Hello everyone, it's Gabby Trades and welcome back to the channel. Well, Ethereum is ripping or was ripping, and we also have inflation and CPI this week. Now, why does this matter? Of course, before we dive in, you know what to do. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a breakdown. Ethereum was up over 3% earlier. New York open right now, and we're at 1 point something. Of course, that's all driven by institutional buying and fresh regulatory clarity following joint statements from the US. That's like the SEC and CFTC. Now, we also have positive sentiment that is being fueled by the US-China trade talks in London. And they have sparked hopes for easing tech export restrictions, a move that is seen as generally supportive for the markets in general and for digital assets, right, such as Ethereum. Now, social media chatter highlights that ETH ETFs recorded new highs, net inflows of around 52.7 million on June 9th. That was yesterday. Over 21,000 ETH purchased. That's a lot of ETH. And overall, since May 16th, we had a total of ETH ETF inflows that have approached approximately 1 billion. That's huge. Now, you know, of course, we have the CPI and PPI coming in with all that. Hello, everyone, which is going to be probably extremely volatile for the markets this week. So we want to be looking out for that. And you know, in terms of the crypto markets, like ETH is sort of like testing the 200 moving average. I think it kind of like broke it, but I think it needs to kind of break around 2,800 for a little bit more confirmation to that bullish momentum, right? In regards to inflation, what is inflation, right? It's just a general rise in prices. When it goes up, it hurts my wallet, it hurts your wallet, and the stock market doesn't like it either. So we're looking forward to a Wednesday CPI report, which is going to measure how much prices have gone up over the last month and year, of course. So the forecast is a little bit higher, plus 0.3. Last report was a 0.2, yearly 2.5, which is again up from 2.3. You guys, so we need to be watching for that, because if it comes hotter than expected, it could delay rate cuts from the Fed. That's what we usually need to be watching out for, and that could be necessarily bad, but we want him to cut rates, right? That would be ideal for us. And also, quick tip, last month we had cheaper energy and used cars prices that actually helped inflation reports to be lower, but prices like away from home, such as like dining out, they're still pretty high, right? So don't be surprised if CPI bounces back up, which is obviously forecasted, so that might really happen. We also have the Fed meeting that comes in 8 days from now. We still don't know, but the rate cuts are expected for September, right? Nobody's expecting any rate cuts before that, so we need to watch out how this talk goes overall. And that's it pretty much this week. CPI, PPI, expect volatility, be cautious, right? If you're like me personally, any good positions, it's a good time to cut, because you never know what's going to happen. Could be very volatile. Now, let's see who's here. We have Glad Gorilla, Diamond Eyes, Glad Gorilla is new, Rockfish, good morning everyone, Anna, Mark, Samir J, Crypto Love, and Dodi, of course, Cryptocello as well. You guys, I was just complaining a little bit about how lethargic I feel today because I'm back at the gym. All right, let's not waste more time. Sugar Cookies here, audio check, both devices. Oh my God, she is the absolute best. Seriously, you guys. Okay, moving to screen share right now. Let's see what's been going on. Wait, I need to adjust my screens as usual. Hi, Kun. All right, everyone. How are you guys feeling today? You've been a bit silent. When you're a bit silent on Discord, I know that something's been going on. Is anything up? Who is in drawdown immediately? reveal yourselves right now. What's happening? Mark Bass, longs doing pretty well. Okay, Mark Bass was actually in the plus today, which was really good. There is a strong possibility that interest rates will be cut in the upcoming FOMC meeting. I don't know, Anas, to be honest. It's priced for until September. I don't know if he's gonna make any moves right now. It doesn't seem really realistic to me right now. And if we look at this chart, we have so that's like the CPI reports, right, adjusted seasonally from April 2024 to April 2025. I was just looking at it today and I'm thinking to myself, all right, so we're at 0.2 right now here, and now we're expecting to see a 0.3. all right, so this kind of like reminds me of this situation right here, right? 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. Now, I'm going to test my buttons here. Yes, like and subscribe if you haven't, you guys. So basically, are we going to see a similar thing? That's what it interests me, right? Are we going to see like a slow rise like that? 0.2, 0.3, 0.5, 0.5. Now, if we go back and look at the charts, actually, we don't even need to do that. We've been trading crypto for a long time. We remember how the markets work, right? We know that we had the massive drop here to 49K in August, and then slowly, we started making our way up. We had amazing trading months, you guys. I don't know if you remember. And also let me know if you like the new strip with the prices that I put down for you. So we have live price action coming down here. You guys let me know if you like that. And if you can see it well as well, please let me know in the chat box. What is Anna saying? Trump already selected a new Fed chairman. Let's see when he's going to announce that in the interview he said. Well, see, the thing is, he can't really fire him until next year, May, right? He can't really cut him off. But with this guy, honestly, you never know. Like, what do I have in front of me? Wait, is that? No, what's happening over here? Wait, Control Z. Oh, okay, I just bugged the screen a little bit. Sorry for that, you guys. So this is the thing. He can't really fire the Fed, right, until next year. But with Trump, I won't be surprised if something like that happens. You never know. But again, it's very interesting to look at the CPI and remember what the crypto markets did when the CPI reports were 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and 0.5. So essentially, all these months here from October, right, September, October, November, December, January is pretty much where we topped out in a way. That was straight up for price, right? And hello, Car Crypto. And think about it also. Think about it, right? We know what our bias is. We know that we're expecting for alts season to kick off in the summer, right? We want to see July, August, September, and October be very, very bullish for altcoins. So it's possible. I could totally see it happening. Do you know what I mean? I could totally see it happening. So, let's see if we're going to get that. 0.3, I think, is going to be probably as expected. I think that's what we're going to get with the CPI report. I'm not expecting anything different, to be honest. And then it's going to be interesting if we're going to see 0.4, 0.5 with the coming reports. So what's happening here? My stream keeps buffering, signal issues again. Oh, I'm so sorry, Samar J. That's so annoying. But anyway, you guys, we know what our bias is, so we're gonna play by that, and that's all. So ahead of CPI, obviously things can get a little bit unpredictable. Now, overall, what did we speak yesterday? It's really important, you guys. Remember these things, right? So yesterday, when we were trading down here, obviously, the perfect short happens when we're asleep, or at least when I'm asleep during Asia session. To me, that's massive manipulation, right? Why are all the moves happening during Asia? I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Like, why is London not doing anything properly? And then New York comes and we see a little bit of move. But like, the perfect entries lately have been coming during Asia session. Anyway, right, for anyone who's in the US, you guys have zero things to complain about, because yesterday on the stream we said exactly this, right? We said we want to see price come up. Where was it gonna come up? Was it gonna fill the fair value gap over here, right? We wanted to see that clearly. Let's open the fair value gaps here. We were talking about this fair value gap, right? We wanted to see price close above it, and then we said there is going to be a target up here, and we have daily resistance in a sell zone. So we basically knew what to do from the daily resistance up here at 110,000 Bitcoin, right? So everybody knows, my community knows I'm short. You know how these things works. Now the thing is, you know, it is very hard, right? It's very hard, and it's the pain trade right now. Why? Because we're overall bullish, right? I tend to constantly look for like the pain trades, right? What is the pain trade right now? So that looks like a pain trade to me, but also what I can tell you is that I'm overall bullish. I'm overall bullish for until the rest of this week. Why am I bullish? Because we spoke about it yesterday, right? I said we need to wait to see the true week open. Where is it going to trade and how is it going to trade? Now we're seeing exactly what we said, right? In a bullish bias, we want to see the true week open, just like here. Just like this marking here, true week open 110,136.8. We want to see price trade below it, right? We want to see price trade below it. So once price trades below it in a bullish bias, we know that that's bullish, right? We know that that's bullish, and we know that this is manipulation low, but why not make money up, make money down? Like this is just natural stuff. But so that is the thing, right? With Bitcoin right now. So what else did I wanted to tell you in regards to Bitcoin? Well, you know, pretty much this is it. So if we're looking at that, you know, there is many patterns that we could find out, right? We could establish that we're in whatever you know, sharks, or someone asked me on Discord, like, what is the pattern? And I said, well, that's basically a bearish shark harmonic pattern. So if we're following the bearish shark harmonic pattern, we want to see something around 113% from the low. So that would probably bring us a little bit higher than the all-time high, which is good, right? There is lots of liquidations up here, but once that's done, once we top out here, I think it's going to be you know, a very, very pretty short. So I can't wait for that to happen. In fact, I'm more excited about the shorts on Bitcoin rather being excited to long it right now, knowing that we're gonna enter in a massive consolidation phase, you guys. Do you understand? Yeah, seems like we miss all the moves. Yeah, honestly, like the perfect entries are happening during Asia. They're always happening during Asia. ETH, same thing. Like, I mean, come on now. It's just... where are we trading on ETH? 1 second. So this was our range. This was our range. Now we just broke through it, and we're just coming back into it slowly. Like, it's still bullish in my opinion, but basically this is it, right? You trade the range. So when you trade the range, what are you doing? Well, you're waiting for an ultimate zone to buy from. So the ultimate buys from Ethereum were down here, 2,423.3. That was the moment where you guys needed to be long, right? How many we have these zones for like ages now. Not to mention the 12-hour support, perfect tap to the T. Look at it. Do we need to zoom in? Do we need to zoom in? Like, you know, you're asking about precision entries, where here you go. This is it. So if you're in a long, you're in a long. If you're not in a long, then, you know, you have to wait. You have to wait for a proper pullback, right? You have to wait for a proper pullback. But it's looking very bullish to me right now. ETH BTC is up 4% at the moment. Like, it's just perfect. So you guys, whoever's been watching and whoever's been here for a little while, you have all the zones to perfection, right? You're not here to take signals. You're here to look at the zones that I'm giving you guys and to be like, all right, this is my informed decision that you're making for yourself. Correct? ETH BTC, same thing. Like, we don't need to go over it, but I mean, come on, like, come on. This zone at 0.11889, we had that marked for months. So let's look quickly at ETH BTC, what's happening. Let's do weekly real quick here. Yeah, so it's still rejecting, right? I mean, we have the rejection, retrace. We want to see another strong rejection. That would be really good. But so far it's looking good, right? Don't feel FOMO, don't feel bad, because there's going to be more opportunities. We're just about to enter into the next phase, right? We're just about to enter into the next phase from July onwards. So don't you guys stress out. We're going to be absolutely fine. Now, in regards to futures, in regards to futures, we do have some unfilled gaps, right? We have some unfilled gaps on Bitcoin. We have an unfilled gap here at around 104, 106,000. So in case we start losing price right now, you know, a lot of people would say, hey, like, this really needs to hold if this is bullish. But in my opinion, like, if we start dropping from here, we're probably going to go and fill the first gap down here. So we need to be watching out for these things very, very carefully. But good times are ahead of us. I'm very excited. Solana's been playing with me really hard, so I don't really like that, but you know, it is what it is, whatever. Because you know, my ideal entry on Solana was off the liquidity down here, but price just came, you know, few points away from the liquidity and reversed, which was no entry for me, to be fair. So I'm not in that, but yeah. So let's have a look what's happening here. So Solana is clearly rejecting from our daily support, right? Resistance, or it used to be support, turned into resistance, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. So that's fine. So yeah, basically we're rejecting again. Like we've had one rejection from here, which created the low to the 141.36, and now we're rejecting again. So you know, interesting stuff, very interesting stuff. So that's it, you know, like I'm short right now here, and ideally for me, like if I move around the charts a little bit, open my indicators if they would like to load. If the indicators would like to load, that'll be very helpful. But they're not loading too much today for some reason. So, you know, in an ideal world where you're looking for pullback over here, well, you have a lot of fair value gaps down here on a higher time frame, which are imbalances that could be filled, right? You have the one down here that price is currently reacting from, and you have one down here, not to mention the 12-hour inversion over here with, you know, a breaker block, a big breaker block here more to the left. So would that be a good area to accumulate? I think so, right? I mean, it's an area that everyone is looking for to hold, because why are people looking for that area to hold? Let's have a look together. Well, you can see here, you know, you have all these candles here that rejected, and we're trying to protect. Should we draw it like this invisible spot, right? Price is trying to protect. Price was trying to protect that spot over here, and then we lost it, right? We lost it, and then we dropped to what, 100,000 Bitcoin. And what did we say? What did we say before for 100,000 Bitcoin? It's a zone that it needs to hold, right? So we were expecting for that zone to hold. Well, what are we seeing right now? We came back traded straight through it. So the expectations right now is that this zone is going to hold again. What else are we seeing in terms of confluences? Well, in terms of confluences, we have an inverted fair value gap over here on the 12-hour time frame, which is higher time frame. And also, yes, where are the likes, you guys? Dottie, tell them. Tell them. Does my thing work? Yes, it works. I love it when stuff works around here. So what do we have also? The 0.5 level, the inverted fair value gap, right? We have other breaker blocks here that also could be retested. What else do we have? Well, we have a whole buy zone here as well, right? This whole block over here, it's a buy zone essentially, if you're looking at breaker blocks and stuff like that on the 12-hour time frame, right? This whole thing here is going to be your buy zone, right? And even if price, you know, we don't want to see that. Let's say we really want price to hold the 0.5, but even if it doesn't, then we're gonna have our chances at the 0.236 down here, right? Because we have so many confluences here and we want for price to hold, but we really want it to hold down here, because then we know that we're going for all-time highs for sure this time, right? And we're generally bullish because that's what we saw last week, right? That's what we saw last week. We had the true week open, right? We had the true week open. Price traded below it, just like it's trading right now down here. It's gonna find support somewhere, and then it's going to explode. Because what are we? We're bullish, right? We're bullish right now. Yes, you guys, please like the video and let me know if there is anything you want me to look at, because I know a lot of you, I understand the frustration, trust me. Like, I do understand the frustration, like you seeing something and then not manage to like catch a position, or you get on the wrong side of the trade and you're like, what is happening? Or you don't. It's just I understand, it's very hard. It's very hard. But that's why, you know, we need to trade with patience. Let's have a look at gold real quick. Well, gold is supposed to come up as well. So as we can see here on a 4-hour time frame, we have liquidity for gold at 3,427. So, you know, even though we're dropping right now, we know that we need to find support somewhere, right? Is it going to be around the 0.5? Or are we going to come down to the 0.236, right? Because in a triangular formation like this whole thing is a buy zone, right? And you can see the same thing with Solana, actually. I think it's going to be a good example if we use Sol. Because, see, it's the same thing down here, all right? We have the triangular formation, right, over here. So essentially, pretty much the zones in between the double top are like a buy zone. So usually, you know, if I'm being way too precise, I would put my entry at the start of the triangular formation. And look what happened over here. We can draw it together. Let's draw it together so we have a good understanding, right? Look what happened here. We had perfect tap into the price, right? Into the start of our, you know, not the start, but like one of the two bottoms of the triangular formations that I trade. So that's what happened with Solana. And look, my entry is down here. My entry is down here. Where? Because on the higher time frame, this is liquidity. So I was hoping to get down here, but price is respecting this sort of formation. So usually I would have my entry a little bit up, so then I would be in that position, but now I'm not. So I'm a little bit like pulling my hair, but it happens all the time, right? It happens all the time. So it is what it is, really. Don't be angry with yourself. Just keep sticking to the plan, and that's it. You keep sticking to the plan every single time. And then even when you know you're trading the range, you do know that eventually you're going to hit a stop loss, right? Because the range needs to exit. Speaking of manipulation, yes, so funny. I mean, I understand, you guys. It's hard. It's definitely not easy to catch these moves. 98K. Who said 98K? Who said 98K? You know, let's not manifest 98K, but you know, it's always been on the table, right? Because we have two untested supports that used to be resistance down there. Yeah, gold is being quite interesting. I was trying to catch a trade this morning, but like I think on the 1 hour time frame, I was trying to catch this move down here. Yes, exactly. So I wanted to trade this liquidity formation on gold earlier. But then as soon as like Asia closed, it was just a straight up move. So there was no entry for me. I couldn't find entry on it, which was really annoying. So yeah, me too. We could see first new all-time high, and then, you know, after that, I'll be looking forward to a really nice head short for Bitcoin for the coming months. I think that'll be very, very cool. Pretty much that's like the most interesting thing that we can hope for right now. Hi, Chris. Yeah, you guys, and it's only Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. Like the types of move that we have on Monday like this, it's just unreal to me. Honestly, it's absolutely unreal. Like at least give us some sort of pullback, but no, right? Because essentially what were we hoping for? We wanted to see some sort of pullback, either back into the inverted fair value gap, but no. So, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Important is, you know, we're in a short right now, or at least I'm in a short, and you would be in a short if you trade like me, using my methods. So that's it. Let's see if we can bank something here with the super duper clear idea that this is a short-term short, right? Oh my God, you guys, Follis is here. Say hi. Say hi. And if you haven't followed Follis, go ahead and follow him. He is doing Twitch. You know, Follis, I wanted to do Twitch and like YouTube at the same time, but my streaming thing just cannot handle that for some reason. So yeah, Follis is trading in a very similar way like me. He's using a lot of like fib, you know, tool extensions and stuff like that, which obviously we use as well. But yeah. January 2021, BTC dominance topped around 73, then crashed. We might see that top again. Your thoughts on this? Yeah, like you're probably new here, but my thoughts on, you know, Bitcoin dominance, my viewers know them very well. So again, just like with everything, I always use the same things, right? We use the ranges for everything we do on my stream. So this is the current range on Bitcoin dominance, right? Pretty clear. So we know what to expect right now. And that was pretty much a drop from the from the Bitcoin dominance down here from the 65.36%. It was really precise, right? But then we have a retrace up. And it's like, it does look like it's trending up right now. So if that's the case, we said that we're absolutely prepared for Bitcoin dominance to come a little bit up, right? And now we're going to be talking, you know, anywhere between 70 and pretty much 72%, right? And don't forget, that's just a sell zone. So like I usually say, when we have the sell zones like this, they can be wicked, right? They can be wicked, and then price could just like manipulate everyone and then just drop from here. But it is pretty possible. And the thing is, like, Bitcoin is still leading the show, right? Bitcoin is still leading the show. I don't know about Follis if he does like harmonics and stuff like that, but we do use them from time to time. So anyway, if you're looking at the shark harmonic pattern, then indeed you'll be looking to right now to find a new all-time high and to look for sales you know, at the region in between 113 really and 115 up to max 116 Bitcoin. K, but I don't think it's gonna go as high as 116, to be honest. So, you know, with my bias, and you guys know, even before we reached over here, I said that I want to start selling at around 112,000. So yeah, but we've retraced the whole move. So for me, this is an all-time high from here. Gartley into a bat, then shark to new all-time highs. Yes, exactly. He doesn't know anything about harmonics. Yeah, well, the thing is, like, the Gartley and then the shark, they kind of look a little bit similar. But yeah, anyway, it just works with like fib tool extensions and stuff like that. Yeah, but basically Forex understand very well like smart money concepts and anything like that. So, you know, we know that when we have the true week open up here, we know that if we're bullish, trading below it, it's bullish. So this is a simple retrace here, and we're just, you know, we're just like in a short that's very temporary short. Let's have a look. What are we doing here? Yeah, the trade is going pretty well. Down here you can see my entry, you guys. But yeah, basically you guys, honestly, these are pretty much all the concepts that we teach in my community. So if you haven't joined Discord, go ahead and join, because it's for free now. The Discord is free, and I think I'm gonna lock it. And the reason for that, actually there is many reasons why I want to lock Discord, but yeah, whoever joins in now for free, they're gonna be able to keep the access as it is. Otherwise, yeah, the Discord is gonna be paid very soon. So it's pretty much your time now, and we have around like 700 users on Discord, which is crazy. And then the thing about that is that, you know, I want to have like a very focused community. Like, I don't want to have just everyone in who's not focused or just, you know, punting or whatever. I just want to have people that are doing what I do every single day. We wake up, we open the charts, we try to find trades during London, during New York, same thing with the same mindset, right? Yes, you guys, hit the like button. I love how everyone is just trying to help around here. Yeah. What else should we talk about, you guys? Do you have any requests you want to give around so we can look at some alts or whatever to prepare for the altcoin season? We love your streams. Oh, that's very cute. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just trying to give as much as I can to you guys. It's just nice when, you know, I can just share with you. Yes, this girl trading chances. What's your take profit for this current short, Gabby? So I think I'm gonna start cutting around like 108k Bitcoin. So 108k Bitcoin is gonna be like where I start cutting the trade. And then, yeah, I'm gonna leave a runner just in case, because I hope, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know if we're gonna get 106.128, which is going to be a retest of the 0.5. So that's pretty much the ideal scenario, right? That's what we want to see. We want to see a retest of the 0.5 and then a potentially continuation. Tia, Ondo, same, always the same coins, you guys. That's fine though, we can look at it. Choo, higher time frame. Higher time frame for Ondo. Yeah, so like it's in a perfect buy zone. What can I tell you? Like these are just opportunities of, you know, lifetime, you guys, honestly. Like when you see your altcoin trading at the 0.236, it's gold time. It's literally gold time. So at least 1.8 for Ondo. literally go time. Let's see in terms of liquidity. I think we had some pretty good liquidity on Ondo, if I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong. So that's on a daily. We didn't see anything on weekly. 12 hourly, nothing. Well, that's a little bit annoying, but you know, it's still fine. Like, it's not too bad. On the 4-hour time frame, we have 1.9. So it is possible, knowing that we're going to get 1.8 because we're coming from the 0.236. We know that we're going to get 1.8 at least, because that's the price range that we're going to get. And when and if we get the you know, the alt season, which we're expecting July, August, September, October, I don't know how many times I need to repeat that to you guys. But you guys know, like, I don't need to tell you anymore. But yeah, so first liquidity we have at around $1, 0.45, and then yeah, we have it at almost $2 for this beauty over here. Let's see how many percentages of gain we could see here. Yeah, we're looking at around, you know, 100% at the minimum, 118 if we're very lucky. But obviously, like I say, if we're using my strategy, we want to be cutting at the 0.786. So okay. All right, so it's kind of funny because now we have lots of different nationalities here and everyone's speaking their language. It's just really funny. Yeah, you guys, if Sui, all right, cool. Let's move 1 to 1 because I'll forget. And today I'm brain dead as well, so you have to forgive me. We had Ondo. What else do we have? Tia, $50 Tia. When are we gonna see it? Ooh. Oh yeah, that was one trade that I got wrecked on. Yeah, the Tia from like last week or something, which was really annoying. But yeah, Tia has a lot of liquidity, so I'm really looking forward to catch a trade on this. But obviously it was not the time last week. There was one of the stop losses that I took on alts, which was painful. But unfortunately for me, there is no entry on Tia as of yet. Even on a daily, I'm not gonna touch that until it proves to me that it has strength. So I think, honestly, like the first moment from here, from that stop loss, I think the first moment that I'll be getting some sort of interest on Tia, that will be over here around 2.25. So I want to see that we break 2.25. And before that, I'm not touching it anymore because I learned my lesson, right? It was supposed to hold the level and it didn't hold. It didn't hold. It just lost the level. So it's just not, you know, I'm insecure about it right now. And it's just continuously finding new lows. So it needs to break some sort of structure, you know, and even though we had it over here, it still dropped. So it's just really touch and go with Tia, but there is lots of liquidity and I'm sure we're gonna get it soon. Right, and then we're looking at least $9.3, which is really, really good. Right, I don't know if I honestly, I wouldn't be hoping for like $20 this cycle on Tia, but the liquidity that I see right now, it's enough for me. Yeah, okay. Tia has too many token unlocks constantly, so I don't recommend. Yeah, it's probably because of that. So it's just, it feels like an influencer coin or something like that. It's just really annoying. I think actually why I bought it is I think I saw someone on Instagram talking about it. So then I opened the chart and I was like, oh my God, all this liquidity. And this was literally like, it needed to hold here. Do you see what I mean? Like, this was it. It needed to hold. Like, it broke structure to the upside. Like, for me, it was a clear, you know, a clear entry over here. It was like now or never. And now it's just continuing to the downside. So yeah, I think it's like, no, I don't want to touch it. I really don't want to touch it. I'm like offended. We're not talking. Me and Tia are not talking. Oh my lord. What am I looking at right now? What is this chart? Wait, you guys, is this for real? No, this can't be right. That's MEXC, right? It must be some bug. It must be some bug. That's not Sui. Come on, really? Is that true? Yeah, Instagram, my first mistake. Yeah, do you guys see that, or am I only seeing that? What is happening to MEXC? Listen, honestly, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. But yeah, what is this? Okay, wait, we need to find Sui on somewhere else that is not MEXC. Yeah, didn't that happen on Bitcoin on MEXC last week or something? What is going on? We need a new chart. Jeez, that's crazy. ETH on MEXC to 0 as well. Oh my, what is happening? What is happening to MEXC, honestly? I wish Mr. Vane was here. I wish Mr. Vane was here. Sorry, let's get rid of these old ranges because that range was already we already passed that range. These are some old markings over here. We don't need to concern ourselves with that. So first we start on a weekly. Choo 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 choo. Where are we gonna draw our range? Hold on, we need to focus for this a little bit. Sui range, where are you? Break structure here, break structure here, break structure down here. So I think pretty much the latest range on Sui that we're working on right now is over here. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not wrong, do not correct me. Yeah, MEXC. Yeah, I mean, you guys know my opinion about it. I don't need to talk about it, right? I don't need to be like that. But anyways, so this is the mini range right now on Sui. Bearish mini range in a bullish bigger range. So obviously we're bullish, but this is the mini sort of bearish range. So you know how we trade these things, right? Very simple. If we reject from the 0.5, we know that we're gonna go sub 2.89. So it kind of seems like we're rejecting, but I'm not really sure because we haven't really touched it. So it could be one of those manipulations, right? It really could be one of those manipulations. Stacked highs over here. Let's see if we have any liquidity on the lower time frame. Can you stop drawing, Gabby? 12-hour. Well, yeah, well, it does make sense that we reject from the 0.5, especially because of this resistance over here. 4-hour time frame. Let's open the signals and see if they're giving us something. Oh, we just had a sweep on the signals. So this is looking like a range, like a mini range on a lower time frame forming right now. The 4-hour is printing quite violently bearish. So did that take Monday highs? Oh no, that took Monday highs pretty violently. So yeah, there is a slight possibility that we might drop and take these lows down here. Equal lows liquidity for sure. Obviously we don't want to see that. Let's have a look at higher time frames. See what's up with the higher time frames. These are trading view glitches. Check on exchanges to see the real. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. In terms of a higher range exposure, let's have a look. This would be I think more fair. of a bullish range right now on a higher time frame. Well, if we're trading the higher time frame range, that's pretty bullish, right? Rejection from the 0.5. Now we're looking to extend the 4.2. So, you know, even if we drop down, even if we start dropping, it should be generally bullish because of the higher time frame range right now. So you are, you know, either if you're long, I would, you know, be comfortable with that, be absolutely comfortable with that. And if you're not, no, I didn't mean to do that. Control Y? No? I don't know. And if you're not comfortable, then I would say just wait for a retest, whether you know, within a fair value gap, or whether you want to see some liquidity taken, such as these equal lows down here, or you go on the lower time frame and try to find more entries. If your indicators load, of course. You can see that on a 4-hour time frame, a good re-entry would be somewhere around here. So that would be $3.2, 3.2727. You know, and even if you don't have the indicators, it's pretty clean to see, right? You have range, drop down, another range, you broke the range, a retest of the area, and continuation, because higher time frame is bullish. So and if you pull out the rest of the indicators here, you can see that let's have a look on a daily first. All right, cool. Well, you're technically trading in a daily bearish fair value gap right now, so the reaction from it is understandable. You don't like to see that, and you've also taken the high, so there is not much more than you can hope for here. So you have to refer to lower time frame, which is the 4-hour. Well, yeah, I think it would make sense, right? I think it would make sense to drop a little bit further down, and all of this here is going to be a breaker block for you, essentially. So like that, you draw it like that, right? So now that's going to be your buy breaker block zone, right? Combined with the rest of the indicators, which are available for all of you guys. I'm not gonna say, you know where to find them. It's what I'm trying to say. You can get them in the description box. Sugar Cookie is posting links constantly. They're only $20, you guys. That's what I use every day for my price action, to find all the zones that you guys are seeing. Yeah, so basically, right, you have here support at 3.2. You have the breaker block over there, so I'll be like looking to start accumulating around here. Like I said, we're not looking for this drop on Bitcoin to be too deep because we're bullish, right? Not because we want to be bullish and we want to be cool just like everyone else, but we're bullish because we know that you know, we're trading below true week open on a Tuesday, so we should be expecting reversal Wednesday and Thursday. And don't forget, Friday, also really important remark, you guys. Friday we have the news that are coming over here. Yeah, inflation expectations and consumer sentiment. So this type of news on Friday, right? Level of composite index based on surveyed consumers, released monthly. So remember this, when you have this specific news, usually Friday is a trending day, right? We're gonna have a trending day. What does a trending day means? You guys, what does trending day means? It's extremely simple. You just have price trending in one direction, right? That's trending market structure. So then you would expect for price to just like retrace, you know, maybe to the 0.5, maybe not, and then continue up, and then continue up for the entirety of the day. So like, yeah, trending day on Friday because of the news that we're getting. All right, so let's see what's happening here. Trading in the 4-hour bullish fair value gap. Is this bullish fair value gap going to hold, or are we going to continue lower like we're hoping, because we're in a sell, so we want to see it go lower, a little bit lower, not much lower, but yeah. But anyway, it's pre-news, right? So we're pre-news, so we're expecting to kind of range, we're expecting uncertainty. So anything you can grab from the markets pre-CPI, you guys, it's a gift, I'm telling you. Get ready, right? It's gonna be bumpy. And also, right, when you get the CPI, you're gonna get like some sort of move, right, on CPI. So you want to let that move exhaust on CPI. And what you want to do then is you want to mark your highs and you want to mark your lows soon as the CPI data releases. And then what you're going to find out is that most of the times you get a run through the CPI release candle high and the CPI release candle low. So, you know, buyers are going to be stuck and sellers are going to be stuck. So it's really advisable to like not try and catch a move on the CPI. Does that make sense? There is events before Friday. Yes, we know we have the CPI, PPI. I'm just saying that the specific news on Friday are type of news that generally most of the times, not 100% of the times, but you're gonna start seeing these things, right? When you have ears in the market and you've seen so many news reports released, you start to see how these things work, right? Yes. Very cool. You guys like the video if you haven't, and subscribe if you like what I'm giving you, which is raw information that is helpful for you. I hope you like that. And join our Discord if you haven't, even though today's been very quiet, because I am assuming that my community's been caught in some bad sides. I don't know. Yeah, the CPI advice, again, like I said, you're gonna get a candle. You're gonna get a candle with the CPI release, whatever, whether bullish or bearish, it doesn't matter. And what tends to happen is we call these data high and data low, right? This is data highs and data lows. So you're gonna see a run through the data high and you're gonna see a run through the data low. So most of the traders will be stuck. And then that's on Wednesday. And then on Friday, where we have the prelims coming out, we know that this is going to be a trending day, right? So watch out. Is market going up or down on Friday? Because it's going to continue to do so. That's pretty much all the stuff that I wanted to tell you today, you guys. So glad to have you here. Again, you are the absolute best. Yeah, join us on Discord. I do my daily reports over there for you guys every single day before I go live. Like, actually, that's in the morning that I do that. So yeah, join us. It's actually fun sometimes when everyone is winning, especially. It's very fun. When not everyone is winning, then it's not that fun, but you know, at least we go through this together, right? I think that's pretty amazing, and I love that about us. Well, thank you so much for being here. And again, let me try my buttons here. Wait, hold on. Ooh. No, they just don't work here. They don't work here. All right, lovelies. And yeah, tomorrow I'm actually having a call with Crypto Love, and she's gonna be my direct business advisor, and she's gonna help me as someone who doesn't understand the concepts. And she's gonna give me the perspective of you guys, right? Because sometimes, you know, I say a lot of stuff and I talk a lot, but in reality, I miss out that you don't understand most of the things that I'm saying. It's true, and I'm sorry about that. So I want to talk to Crypto Love tomorrow, and she's gonna tell me, Gabby, this is how we feel, this is how we're gonna learn the fastest, and this is the way you should structure everything so we can get the most out of it. She did that voluntarily, which is really cool because we kind of need that, right? I can lose track of everything, especially with everything that I need to do. All right, love you guys so much. You're the absolute best, and I hope you have an amazing Tuesday night. Get ready for tomorrow because it's going to be crazy, right? But this is what we like. We like the ups, we like the downs. We hate the downs, but you know, it's kind of like we like the dopamine, don't we? Right? We love it. All right, cool. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on Discord, and I'll see you also tomorrow for our next live stream. Have a great one.